Well, it was hard. First half was difficult, you know. Second half, I thought we did okay, but obviously it's hard. They had better quality than we had everywhere. Very difficult day.
I mean, the early goals were catastrophic, really, weren't they, in terms of the result?
Yeah, but you looked at the quality of their players and looked at, you know, different. Two teams. One team's, you know, one club's probably spent nearly 200 million quid on their players. They've got different quality players, and it was hard. We couldn't get near them. First half out, it was all over the place. Run us ragged. Too good for us.
Are you having to bring some new players in next week or so?
Not sure, really. I don't know. Wait and see.
I mean, why do you think Suarez was so destructive in that first half hour?
Well, I think I've seen him do that to everybody he's played against this year. It's not something that he's suddenly done today, is it? He's what he is. He's the most fantastic striker, one of the best strikers, you know, in the top half a dozen in the world, without a doubt. And it was very difficult. Very difficult. My two centre halves give everything. They're both 35 years of age. They give everything they've got. Everything. Clint Hill, you couldn't ask for more. Ryan Nelson, they give everything they've got. You know,
Harry, you're a proud, sensitive man. You must have hurt the first.
Look, Mark, yeah, it did. Like, what can you do? It's hard, isn't it? You know, you're a Norwich man. You saw them early in the season get smashed. How many Liverpool beat them last year? How many?
Last year.
Huh?
5-2.
Yeah, 5, whatever. It can happen, can't it? They've got better quality players. It can happen on the wrong day. You know.
But Harry, you've got plans in your head to move in the right direction with this club, obviously.
I still don't. I think we'll stay up still.
Yeah,
You'll all think I'm mad. I still think we'll stay up.
Be positive, Harry.
I still think we'll stay up. I only want positive people around me. I said that in the dressing room. That those that are moping around, the subs who don't play, they're not playing because they ain't been no good. If they was any good, I'd be picking them. You know, I look at miserable faces. I don't need them around me. I need people that are upbeat. We've got next couple of games, unbelievable. I mean, Chelsea away, Tottenham at home, two of the best teams in the country. Difficult games, but we've got to keep going. I still think we'll do it.
At times, Harry, you looked really animated and frustrated on those sidelines. Is that because the players weren't following instructions? No, it's difficult, isn't it? It's hard to follow. You know, their movement was so good. We found it hard to get near them. You know, it's very. Listen, I know what the problems are, but I don't want to say publicly with one or two. You have to have everybody who works as a team if you're going to get out of trouble. If you only need one or two who don't buy into that or can't do that or not, and you have a problem. Second half, we worked much harder. Jamie Mackie pushed him up front. He worked hard. At least he put people under pressure. We pushed in behind them. We worked harder. It's, you know, that's all you can do. I can only get them to do what they can do. I mean, they lost the first game of the season was 5. You don't go 18 games without winning a game if you're that good, do you?
Did you realise it'd be this difficult, though?
Yeah, oh yeah. Of course, you don't. Mark Hughes is not a bad manager. He's not an idiot. But
he brought his players in, though, didn't
yeah, but the player, yeah. But when it comes to actually what you got here, then you look at the situation and you realise that you don't go all them games if you're that good without winning a game, do you? There's got to be a problem somewhere. You ain't got a magic wand where you're going to come in and go, okay, lads, you lost the first 14 games. I'm going to do this, and now we're going to start winning. We've been in every game. Today was the first game that we haven't been in the game. You know, we drew the first 3, then we won, then we got beat by the odd goal twice where we could have, you know, late goal at Newcastle, deserved something out of West Brom. Today, I'm afraid their team was on a different level to us, in all honesty. Different level. You look at the quality from back to front. Glenn Johnson, the best right back. You know, they're just a team of outstanding players who should be pushing to be in the top 4.
And how do you lift the players for Chelsea, Tottenham, Harry?
Well, I've got to. I've just had a good chat with them and a meeting with them, and you know they'll be in tomorrow, and we've got to start a game. We've got to keep going. You ain't just suddenly going to give up and think, oh my God, what's happened to us? What can we do? We've got to keep going.
Harry, you've been linked to Marco Marini. Is that a player that could probably help you lift them?
No.
You'll be winning deal in January. Would you say, as chairman said, there's money available come the window?
Well, if we can find the right players, you know, get 1 or 2 in, make the difference. Get Bobby Zamora fit, gives us a target up there. Bobby could make a big difference.
The British mentality, you think that could help?
It depends who you know. It's It's about quality. It's not just about mentality. And people can watch a game and go, oh, there was a lack of. It ain't a lack of, when the ball's being whizzed and you're all over the place and you're getting run ragged. It ain't a case of always a lack of effort. We were just we couldn't get near them at first. The little fellas coming off in the pockets. You know, do we go with him? Do we sit in? It was difficult. We found it hard. There's difference in quality wherever you go in football. There ain't no, you know, Chelsea, Man United, Man City. They're different. Tottenham, they're different quality. And today Liverpool, I'm afraid, had too many good players for us. And that first half hour, we couldn't get near them. They got Joe Allen, 20 million quid. Henderson, 20 million quid. Steven Gerrard worth 50 million quid, whatever he's been worth. Have a look at the quality they've got. And you've got to try to match that with a team that's, you know, that is. It's different levels. People don't seem to understand. You know, it's different. It's different levels. You can only try your best. I felt we tried.
Tell us why you're confident we'll stay up.
Because I just believe we will. I just think we will. I just feel that we can still turn it round. I just feel if we can get one or two in now, could make the difference. We can still do it.
Harry, you mentioned one or two players who aren't necessarily with you and what you're trying to do. Is it like that at every club that there are always players?
Not really, no. There's not too many here. No, I think most of them, but there's a few have miserable faces too often, for some reason, you know. But
will they be going?
Well, I've said if there's people who don't want to be here, then you know, now the window opens, you know, come and see me. We can see if we can fix you up somewhere. But it's not easy to get rid of people, you know. But we still got to get a couple in.
You said you want to just people around you happy faces, not miserable faces. Is that why Basenko wasn't even on the bench?
The swinger's injured. He's been injured ever since the day he wasn't on the bench. He's not been fit. Not been fit to train. He got injured that day.
Do you think that psychologically it's quite difficult for the players though to bring themselves up to this? And there's a lot of media attention on them, bottom of the table. It's quite difficult to lift themselves anyway.
Not really. No, I've not had no lack of effort from them. You know, the games we've played so far. Today was the first time we had a doing in the first half. Other than that, we've been in every game. You know, there's no one we had 3 draws, then we had the win. West Brom we didn't, you know, I thought we deserved something in the end. So, got beat with a very late goal at Newcastle. Today was that first half was the first time we've been opened up like we had today. But I'm afraid they just had too much quality for us. And we couldn't stay with them.
Harry, was the Cisse substitution of frustration with him, or did you just
No, just Sam at half time. You got, you know, you're not a fool. You're sitting watching the game. Do you think we was going to win 4-3? No, nor did I. You know, and you have to be realistic in football, don't you? Do you want to get beat 8-0, or are you going to come out and try to keep a little bit of pride intact, work hard second half? Damage limitation, it's called, and that was the situation I was in. It's not a nice situation, but that's what I had to do. I had to change how we played and try to shut up shop. Maybe I should have done that in the start. Maybe I was, you know, I've come here today thinking we need a win. So you play with Cisse up there, and that's how we play with an open team. But suddenly you look at it with 3-0, you think, hang on here, this is going to be 7 or 8 if we're not careful. Just like Chelsea got the other day. They could have got 10, 11 against Aston Villa. I didn't want that happening today. But you could see it coming when they went 3 out. So I had to do something about it. So we closed it up. And we came off, and in the second half we got a little bit of pride back, I felt. We worked hard second half.
Okay guys, thank you.
Thank you.